And begin with Mr. Leventhal. Your work on public health has just been such a gift to this community. You have used your leadership position so effectively to meet the needs of the complex needs of our community, and you know, the legacy you've built is going to stand for a long time.
County Executive, Montgomery County, Maryland, awards this certificate to George Leventhal, Councilmember at Large, in recognition and appreciation of your 16 years providing outstanding leadership and dedicated service as a member of the County Council. As chair of the Council's Health and Human Service Committee, you work diligently on behalf of county residents who were most in need of government on their side. Your contributions to the betterment of our county go beyond your work as a council member and are reflected in the strong policies you have helped enact to make Montgomery County a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I want to express my gratitude to you for being a partner and a true team player. I wish you much success in many years to come in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Councilmember Dr. Leventhal, AKA Jorge. I am thrilled to present you this proclamation. And before I do that, I do want to acknowledge that, you know, this really is a family. I mean, it's very strange because we do spend a lot of time together, I think more than probably we spend with our own families. And so it's going to be strange you know, to be here without some of you guys. And we have learned so much from each other. You share a lot of personal things, and you do go through a lot of personal, you know, issues. And so this is going to be an interesting transition, but I have been really, truly honored to have served with all my colleagues in particular. And so before I read this extraordinary proclamation, I just wanted to share two anecdotes, George, that speak to how we are really here to help each other. So on my very first year serving on the county council, I did attend the Arts and Humanities Ball, which is coming up soon. And I'm standing next to George in the receiving line, and this gentleman comes through and says hi to George. And then he reaches over to me and he says, "You're such a good trooper to be here with your husband. You're so supportive." And before I could say, "No, it's the other Latina lady," the person had moved on, so I just played along. So we help each other, you know, in moments of personal. And then the other time that George actually helped me out was when I was invited to speak at BCC High School. My daughter was a member of this leadership class for all girls. And we had some session here, and George made a comment, something like, "Well, I am now going to give myself credit for X and Y," right? And I thought, wow, that's really interesting how George does that. So I go to this class, and I'm a speaker, and one of the girls asked, "Well, how can we as girls give ourselves more credit? You know, how can we promote ourselves better?" And I was like, wow, I have a clip for you that we can share. You can learn quite a bit and have guys do it, and we can do it too. So thank you, George, for that as well. So then I'm going to miss also speaking Spanish to George. Anyway, so here is the proclamation, which is amazing. Maybe I should read this one because, my eyes. This proclamation reads, whereas George Leventhal served 16 years as an at-large member of the Montgomery County Council, he was first elected to the council in 2002 and served as council president in 2006 and 2015. And since 2002, I don't know why I said that. And whereas George has chaired the council's Health and Human Services Committee, where he oversaw programs for county residents who have the greatest needs and led the effort to create Montgomery Cares, which is a partnership with community clinics that provide health care to the uninsured from fiscal year 2005 through fiscal year 2018. Montgomery Cares has served more than 100,000 patients through 861,501 clinic visits, pharmacy services, and specialty care. And whereas George championed the Housing First model for Montgomery County, moving people into permanent housing by reducing barriers and avoiding delays while people connect to other support services, and has supported efforts that focus on outcomes including the 100,000 Homes effort, which housed the medically vulnerable and has participated in the point-in-time count 7 times, which is a count of sheltered and unsheltered homeless persons on a single night in January. And whereas in December 2015, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development announced that through Georgia's efforts, the county had effectively ended veterans' homelessness, and the Zero 2016 initiative has housed more than 58 veterans and adopted a policy that there will be no more than 6 veterans awaiting permanent housing. And whereas the county is now on course to effectively end chronic homelessness by the end of 2018, housing 397 people since January 2016, and George and the Interagency Commission on Homelessness have committed to move forward with a plan to focus on effectively ending youth and family homelessness. And whereas as a co-founder and ex officio board member of Purple Line Now, he has worked tirelessly to promote the Purple Line and ensure its construction, and the Purple Line broke ground in August 2017. And whereas before the County Council, George served as Legislative Director and Legislative Assistant for U.S. Senator Barbara A. Mikulski of Maryland. And from 1996 to 2001, he served as Chairman of the Montgomery County Democratic Central Committee. And whereas George holds a BA in English from the University of California at Berkeley, and an MPA from the Johns Hopkins University, and a PhD in public policy from the University of Maryland. While serving on the County Council, he was doing that. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby honors George Leventhal, presented on this 27th day of November in the year 2018. Thank you, George, for your extraordinary service. The first bill that George passed, as identified by his staff, we do have here, let's see, we do have a zoning text amendment, I believe, and this one was 0317, and it was for off-street parking for bicycles. Very important. And bill number 60-14, Human Rights and Civil Liberties, Earn, Sick, and Safe Leave. Here we go. We worked together on this, and it's just amazing. So this is just a small sample of what you have accomplished.
Thank you so much.